MacVoices at CES. What3Words divides the globe up into 3-meter squares to make locations and you easier to find. MacVoices is supported by Zocdoc. Zocdoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. Go to Zocdoc.com/MacVoices. MacVoices is in Las Vegas for CES. I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, we're in the What3Words booth talking to Frankie about what 3 Words is and what they're doing in the Automotive Pavilion. Frankie, it's great to meet you.
It's great to be here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's well, you're starting to burn down a little bit, but
Yeah, day 2.
yeah, it's the nature of CES, right?
Absolutely. My feet are killing me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll let you sit down in a minute. So tell us about what 3 Words, what exactly it is, and then, why are we in the Automotive Pavilion with what 3 Words?
Absolutely. So it's a common misconception that addresses just work well. Everyone's got a street address and, I can get to my front door, but actually the world isn't as well addressed as we think. And what 3 Words solves that issue. So what we've done is we've divided the entire world into a grid of 10-foot squares and given every single square a unique combination of just 3 words. And this means that no matter where you are, there's always an address. So if we were meeting at the LA Convention Center, Las Vegas Convention Center, I was in LA last week.
Where are you?
If I put it into the map, the pin drops in the middle of the building, which is totally useless if I'm trying to meet you, if I'm trying to park my car. You can now use what 3 Words to say, right, meet me at the entrance at banana, carrot, spoon. And it's human-friendly GPS. So the reason that we're here in the Auto Hall today is because increasingly automakers are now building us directly into their navigation systems. So you can now get into a Lamborghini, into a Mercedes-Benz, a Jaguar Land Rover, or a VinFast like we have on our booth today, and you can get in and say, hey Mercedes, navigate to what 3 words, toffee, pyramid, banana, and your car knows exactly where to go.
Okay. So I love the idea that it's integrated in now.
Yes.
For the rest of us who don't have the Land Rover and the Jaguar.
Yes, of course.
Do we have app support for this that
Yes.
we can use as regular people?
It's a free app. So I say that we split our time between automotive, logistics, and individuals. If I'm an individual and I'm going hiking, how do I say where the start of my hiking trail is? I don't really want to use GPS coordinates or lat and long. They're a little bit clunky. I can really easily just open up the app and click. Oh, you won't be able to see this. And yeah, it'll just display your 3 words. It's free to download on iOS and also on the Android store. And yeah, I'd recommend having a play.
Well, the other thing I love in the booth, you've marked out squares with light strips.
Yes.
For, specific addresses for those what 3 words.
Exactly.
So if I wanted to meet you at your kiosk here in this corner of the booth,
yeah,
that's the address I put in and I walk right to it.
Yes, exactly. And so you literally click navigate in the app and you could go via Apple Maps, Google Maps, or using our compass mode, and it'll count you down and you can see 10 meters, 5 meters until you get to your exact location.
It's a great demo because it gives you an idea of just how big or precise a space you're designating.
Absolutely. So for context, a 10-foot square is about the size of a car parking spot. And covering the world with our grid, there are 57 trillion squares, and each has a totally unique what 3 words address.
Okay, at the risk of creating an international incident,
go for it.
Are those 3 words always English words or?
No, we're available in 54 different languages.
So?
Everything. We've got Spanish, we've got German, French, Chinese, Japanese, Thai, everything.
But they are
more all the time.
Let's see, are they different 3 words or are they just translations of the 3 words?
Yes, no, different 3 words.
Oh, really?
We've redone the system 54 different times and we add languages all the time. So our ambition is that one day we're going to be a global standard for addressing. So that means that everyone in the world's got to be able to use it in their native tongue.
That's fascinating. My mind is boggled at the numbers involved.
It's amazing. We really want everyone to be able to use it, and yeah, a global standard that when you see the word, you instantly recognize that's an address.
No matter what language.
Exactly.
Fascinating. So you also were telling us before we started the interview that you have entered the realm of pop culture as well.
Yes,
I'm gonna-
absolutely.
so I'm going to hand you your prop.
Go for it, go for it. So because it's such a unique system, we're finding that loads of people want to use it for all sorts of crazy adventures. We've had scavenger hunts, we're in some of the new Netflix shows. Imagine Dragons, one of the best bands out there at the moment, in one of their albums, if you look incredibly closely, right at the bottom of Evolve, there are 3 words jumbled. Now, if you decode this and type it into What3Words, it actually gives you a 3-word address for a spot in the desert in Nevada. And the Imagine Dragons team hid a bunch of merch. They hid guitars and tickets and stash. And one of their fans cracked the code and went and found it and dug it up. It's incredible.
That is great. That is great. It also says that the Imagine Dragons fan have a little too much time on their hands. That's another
Potentially,
discussion.
but they got some great prizes.
Yeah, well, and that's got to be great PR for you too.
Oh, it's brilliant for us. We love it.
So,
Yeah.
you mentioned trying to be a global standard.
Yes.
I mean, what other initiatives? I know we were talking about some guidebooks and different things. What all are you trying to do to advance the awareness of What3Words?
So in the UK, we're basically a household name. We are used by emergency services. About 85% of them now use us because if you think about if you had an accident on a beach, the first thing you do, you call 911. And then their first question is, where's the emergency? It is not always easy to describe and it can be incredibly stressful. In the UK, 85%, as I said, of emergency services now use us. And so people download it just in case. That's been a really big driver of our awareness. But then also automakers, as I mentioned earlier, we're in 13 different car brands now, and we've got a whole bunch more coming up in the pipeline. Then with logistics company, you've got the likes of DPD, DHL, Every. They're all using us as well because it's just so much more efficient than traditional street addressing.
So being just a little bit U.S. centric.
Go for it.
Or if I call emergency services right now and say I'm at banana pudding sign,
Yeah.
will they recognize what I'm talking about, or will they think I'm delirious?
Some will, some won't. So we're growing at pace, which is amazing. But the Los Angeles Fire Department have been using us for well over a year, and they're using us on a daily basis and always tell us how much time it's saving them. The city of Austin, that's police, fire, and ambulance, are all also using us. They used us for Austin City Limits Festival recently, and they said that it was brilliant for that. Just in October, we launched with Dallas Police and Fire, and then there are loads of other pockets across the US who are really using it all the time.
Well, I would love to see more do it because the idea, and again, I'm looking at one of your light squares and we'll have a photo of this,
Yeah.
but it really does illustrate just how precise you can be.
Yeah.
I mean, my house would have multiple of these. I could actually tell them exactly where in the house I am.
Front driveway, your back door. And if you look at a venue like where we are today, for deliveries, for some of these amazing screens that we've got all around us in the cars, that logistics can be an absolute nightmare. But being able to say, right, this is the entrance it needs to get to, without GPS coordinates, with just 3 words, is honestly making everyone's life simpler.
Well, and let's hope it doesn't happen. But if emergency services needs to be called,
Yeah, they can get to the exact spot immediately.
Oh, a heart attack at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Well,
Yeah.
forget it. They're never going to make it. So yeah, very cool.
Saving
very
minutes
cool.
when it matters most.
Very cool. The website where folks can go to learn more.
www.what3words.com.
I would expect it.
Exactly, and then it's just a free app on the App Store and Android. So yeah, just type in What3Words, and no tracking and no advertising, just free.
Frankie, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Have a great CES.
Great story to tell. Great story to tell. Folks, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is Mac Voices at CES in Las Vegas. More soon. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with Mac Voices magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.